Today on Am I the for laughing at my stepson and ruining his wedding? Throwaway shortened for character count. For context, I have been married to my husband for just over 20 years. We started dating when my stepkids were 5 and 3. Our kids are Adam, 28, stepkid number 1, Ben, 26, stepkid number 2, Charles, 20, David, 17, and Ellie, 13. Adam is getting married at the end of summer to his fiancée, Alice, who's 27. We have all been very excited for them. All of the kids have roles for the wedding. Charles is the best man. The other 2 boys are groomsmen, and Ellie is a junior bridesmaid. Last weekend, we had a dinner for my husband's birthday. All of the kids attended, along with Alice. The topic of the wedding came up again, and this is where it started to go downhill. Ellie brought up that she was so excited to go dress shopping, and that we planned to go to a bigger city in a few weeks to get her dress, and me a stepmom of the groom dress. At that, Alice looked at Adam sideways and responded that we only needed to worry about one dress, Ellie's. Ellie kind of laughed and said, "What are you expecting Mom to wear, a suit?" Alice responded with, "My name isn't going. You know we are keeping our guest list very limited to only family and a few close friends." What? Adam and Alice have been to our house numerous times for holidays, dinners, just to say hi since they've been engaged. This has never been brought up. Pretty quickly things escalated. The Cliff Notes version is that Charles asked them to clarify if they were choosing to uninvite me now or if I was never invited. Alice confirmed the latter. Why? Adam said it's because I'm not his mom. Charles, David, and Ellie argued with Adam and Alice that none of them were going to go if I wasn't invited. That it was cruel to leave me out given I've been his parent for the majority of his life and loved him like my own. My husband and I admittedly sat there for a minute, just shocked. Adam finally turned to my husband and said, "Well?" My husband told him he wouldn't be going either. Adam then turned to me and asked if I was really going to let everyone ruin his wedding on my behalf. Here's where I just laughed. I don't know what came over me, but the entire thing was just so ridiculous that laughing was the only thing I could get out. I told my husband I'd be waiting in the car and left, and then promptly bawled my eyes out. Anyways, Charles, David, and Ellie are not talking to Adam. Adam called my husband yesterday to try and smooth things over. He was still adamant I'm not invited and it's their wedding. He also requested I apologize for laughing at him. My husband told him tough it's their wedding and they can invite whoever they want, but they can't control who will actually go. He said they owe me an apology and that Adam should be ashamed of himself. I'm getting texts now asking what the I did and why I'm being a step monster and ruining the wedding. Am I the Now, in this particular circumstance, I feel like we're missing a larger piece of the puzzle here. If you've been together with Adam since he was 5 years old, and you were a good mother to him, then I automatically assume he would be ecstatic to have you at his wedding. But perhaps the situation here with a relationship between the mother and the stepchild is a bit rocky at best. Also, quite a curious tale here is at the beginning when they say all the kids have roles for the wedding. But how did we know that the kids all had roles at the wedding? Is this a situation where the invite was given and later rescinded? Or is this just wishful thinking that you think all the children, stepkids and otherwise, will be involved in the wedding in some kind of capacity? Now, assuming everything here is on the up and up, I would say that you are not the because as the mother of the groom, you should be invited. Without the additional details here, though, my meter appears to be going off, because why wouldn't Adam want to have his mother, step or otherwise, who was there for 2 decades of his life, and all of the siblings, step or otherwise, at his side or in his presence during his wedding? Something tells me here that the mother may be an asshole and is just not telling us why she's an Now, in regards to her reaction over the news, I can't say as I blame her because it's an awkward situation to be uninvited to a wedding like this. And if she's not prepared, we're all going to have awkward reactions, and hers in this case was to simply laugh it over and then go and cry her ass off in the car. Now, the husband's reaction here, talking to Adam and telling him that they owe an apology to the mother and Adam should be ashamed of himself. I can't really blame the husband here either, because if you don't take your wife's side in things, you're going to be sleeping on the couch. And maybe they don't have a comfortable couch. So in this case, the husband is just being a good husband and sticking up for the mother, the wife, being a companion in this scenario that is extremely awkward. And with regards to the texts calling you a step monster and ruining the wedding, well, in my particular view, if you've been uninvited from the wedding, then how are you ruining the wedding if you're no longer involved with it? You're not going to be invited either way, even if you do smooth things over. I believe in this case, we may have an entire family of that are just not willing to admit that they all carry the baggage of being taking everything in this post at face value. A clear hole here is Adam for not inviting his mother, and a clear is Alice for not telling Adam, hey, that's your mom, you should invite her. Who do you think is the ass? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.